Hey, what's going on? It's DJ Stickboy, and after several several months of a grueling ranked experience, the devs at Apex have finally started communicating with the community about what they're going to do with Apex. And they tweeted this out earlier today stating that this is what they've learned from this season so far. And we're going to go through all these potential changes and see what they're trying to talk about. So, the Arsenal's LP tuning caused cascading issues in the rank system, which required us to modify LP and better assess player skill for Season 18. This is really good because, as you know, over a majority of the Apex community has hit the Masters rank this season. And so a lot of people have been discouraged from playing ranked, primarily because it's like playing pubs. It's like you don't know who you're playing against, really. You could be queuing in solo and playing with two people that their peak was gold 4, or playing with people that were actually masters and now you're not keeping up with them because you just hit masters for the first time. So this is good. They need to actually disperse the quantity of people that have hit masters this season. It's going to be really beneficial for the game. They listed here as well additional tuning. We're in the process of deploying a series of fixes that will address several issues associated with ranked tuning. I don't really know what that means. It probably assesses, because it is likely they're trying to get into this hidden rank and actual rank style system, similar to the Overwatch rank system. So they probably have to tune the hidden MMR such that they can sort of address and tune and dial that in to see where someone might be placed, generally speaking. And future changes. The Season 18 will further refine the rank tuning and stability, promise an even tighter and more competitive rank system. So that is a really good announcement. And part of this, I think they had to wait to see what exactly they could do in one season to probably address these issues. I'm glad that they didn't get on this right away, stating that they're going to change something during the season. I think that they did this with the new rank split coming up in the next few weeks. So I'm glad that they probably already understood that they would run into this problem, and now they would have to see how they could tune it from here on out. So this was really just a trial season just to see what would happen. And ultimately, I'm excited to see that they are trying to change stuff about the system as a whole. Not the majority of Apex players are not traditionally Masters rank. That would not make sense. So in any ranked mode, I think that the average distribution of players would likely end up being somewhere around Plat 4. And hopefully that's where they go. Because I think in Overwatch, the overall average rank for people, I believe, is gold. It might be more now because of what they've changed, but who knows? All right, so let's take a look at this dev blog here. So, in an effort to address as many questions as possible, there's an AMA. Okay, I'm just going to go through this top part. Okay, so it's clear that they've been able to that they utilize this season as a method to analyze the data just to see what would happen. Yeah, so this was just basically a test run to see how it would operate. So so it's an inflated number of, okay. Yeah, all right. So it's like we hit some aspects of our goals, but also missed the mark on our tuning and bugs, which caused the inflated number of players in Masters, and the occasional unfairness in matchmaking. Let's take a deeper look at these issues and discuss the upcoming changes that will help move us towards a more stable competitive rank for future seasons. So, for those who just want the gist, here's the TLDR. Okay, we'll do the TLDR, but I want to see the entire breakdown as well. Overly generous ladder points. Arsenal's LP tuning was intended to be generous, but not this generous. Its current tuning has caused a series of cascading issues with the rest of the rank system. We're tightening the amount of LP awarded and bonuses included for Season 18. So, not many of you know this, but there is a bug where if you're a high-ranking player, I think this only happens in Diamond, Masters, and Pred, where your KP, so your elimination bonuses, don't count towards your overall rank. And so especially for those who grind to be in top 100 Pred, top 10 Pred ranks each season, that those who have the bug are no longer able to reach that rank because they don't get any of their elimination bonuses. And you can tell who has elimination bonuses and who does not. For example, We the People has 500,000 LP, whereas a Prizzy, who is frequently in the top 10 Pred rank, is only top 100, I believe, because none of his elimination points have counted for about probably 6 weeks to 2 months. So they want to address that bug and other bugs related to the rank system. And so their future changes, let's take a look here. Season 18 will focus on refining the rank tuning and stability. We're going to take a deep breath and take the time needed to prepare for an even tighter, more competitive rank system. So they're heavily focusing on ranked. So what I think this means is, like, there's probably not going to be a new character this upcoming season. I'd be surprised to see a brand new character. I severely doubt that there would be a new map that they're going to put out at all. I mean, they probably would have been talking about it. So it's really good that they're probably just allocating all of those resources that they would normally use to put towards a map and towards a new character to put it towards a refined ranked season. So the ladder points, placement and bonus tuning. We intended Arsenal to be a learning experience for players adapting to the new rule set and matchmaking. Unfortunately, the combo of this and some bugs in the rank system caused LP gains to be extremely generous, resulting in an excess of Masters players. So the focus on that is going to be lowering the amount of LP distributed in a match to even out the distribution of players per rank. Okay, so the general LP distribution is going to go down. Now, I wonder if this means that they will they will have greater losses of LP as well. Because right now, like, people just brainlessly go around and die because they don't get punished for bad play. So I'm curious if that's going to change. So when it comes to bonuses here, when a player's ranking vastly exceeds their matchmaking rating equivalent, the bonus system withholds the bonus. This limit is intended and used to dial in the correct rank over time. So, thanks to the aforementioned generous LP, some players' rankings were inflated compared to their MMR, causing them to hit this no bonus state much sooner. In extreme cases, the rank was 1 to 2 tiers higher than the MMR, which caused the bonus withholding system to completely overshadow all bonuses. With future adjustments, this state will return to being difficult to reach. So, it's not a bug. It's the hit. So when you hit your hidden MMR, you get less bonuses. It seems. So all these people just hit this random tier and now they don't get bonuses because they're just shitting on people and they don't get the bonuses because they've reached what the game believes is their MMR. So that's interesting. For the average player not seeing bonuses, they'd need to raise their MMR by actively defeating multiple squads per match while placing high in order to start getting bonuses again. But we know that it feels bad to perform well and not see any bonuses. So you have to break through this threshold to see bonuses again. But what about all the pred people? What about all the pred people? Adding a minimum elimination bonus increase based on the player's MMR that would be exempt from bonus withholding and bumping up elim bonus slightly. Okay. All right, rank distribution. Let's get right to it, they say. You may have seen a graph like the one below. This inflation of Masters players is caused by a mix of bugs and the overly generous LP tuning. The LP distribution skewed further to the right than we would like, resulting in too many Masters players. The distribution indicated in the below graph with a dotted line for players from Rookie 4 to 36k LP. So look at that. I am genuinely, first of all, this obviously is super insane. Okay. I fit in this category right here because I have not played ranked. I've stopped. I've started playing pubs because they're just more fun. But I'm actually genuinely surprised at this curve right here. How many players, despite this, how many players hover in this area. LP gains per match will be decreased to address the shift in the rank distribution, adding a rule set that only applies to Diamond Plus to address the large concentration of players creeping above. Players in these ranked tiers will have increased stakes and LP losses and decreased rating bonuses and loss mitigations. Okay, so there we go. So once you hit Diamond, that's when the game gets real fucking serious. That's when the game gets a lot more serious and people are going to have to play a lot harder, which for a casual player that hits Diamond on a regular basis that kind of brainlessly plays the game, they are going to get very frustrated, I think, because they don't know how to play and they don't know how to play at these ranks. Even on the old system, so many people would just throw their games because they don't know how to play in these end games. So, end game. Interesting. So, with Arsenal updates, we're seeing more climactic end games with multiple squads, players valuing their lives and wanting to win the game instead of deathmatch simulators. Nice. That actually made me chuckle a little bit. An intense firefight for a top placement in an exciting, hectic end game is the most memorable way to close a game of Apex Legends. We're happy with this happening more frequently. The chart below is just one of the many metrics we use to detect potential intensity of play at various points during a match. Even 2 additional players alive at the 15-minute mark is impactful for the average match. Interesting. So that's good. Perceptive play. Perceptive play is more macro focused, where play is centered around ring positioning rather than all out aggression. An extreme variant of this is often referred to as ratting. While exciting endgames are happening, there is room for improvement with the recent increase of ratting. A portion of this is due to an increased number of players waiting for ring closures, but we can safely say that it's mostly due to players hiding and avoiding others while crouching or standing. Time spent idle during a match. Look at this. This is a crazy graph. This is insane. We've all seen this in the rank system. We've all seen somebody just drop and sit still and just do little tiny gains to get their little purple badge. So we've noticed a particular pattern of both ranked and ALGS levels. Teams stay outside the ring and delay interacting with other teams to gain points. Hiding and avoiding firefights isn't a rewarding way to play Apex. Season 18 has some updates to target this. More are coming in the future, in future seasons, to address the core gameplay issues around inactivity and avoidant playstyles. Okay, so one thing that I think they're going to decrease crafters. They're either going to decrease crafters or decrease the spawn rate of heat shields to do this. At least for the zone changes. Now, in like outside the zone changes. So that's what I would think, but let's see what they're going to say. Adjusting ring time is to increase mid-game encounters. Okay. Ring damage tuning to enforce playing inside the ring. Holy shit. Fixing a number of ratting spots with more fixes to come. Damn. So rat spots are getting nerfed. All right, matchmaking. We need to talk about it in specific detail with the Arsenal matchmaker that wasn't in our previous ranked blog. Excuse me. While we generally matchmake based on MMR, we start using ranked LP in place of a player's MMR when their ranking exceeds their MMR equivalent. An extreme example, if a gold MMR player has an LP ranking of diamond, this player will be matched into a diamond lobby. Okay. This is to ensure MMR and LP rankings are connected and can both help guide players to their accurate rank. If players succeed in these more difficult matchmaking situations, we allow them to continue climbing. Unfortunately, too many players in a game have inflated LP because of their generous tuning. So this effectively creates a game full of players with lower MMR than their current rank, nullifying the effect of this mechanic. In Arsenal, you've been matchmaking with a wider range of skilled players, even at the highest ranks. This wasn't intended and meant that your match over match experience varied much more than desired. We believe this will be less of an issue, with reduced LP distribution in Season 18, updating the matchmaking to better handle players that are actively challenging their MMR to ensure a competitively challenging match that mirrors their current rank. Okay. So, a new matchmaking algorithm is producing more competitive matches overall, and matchmaking gameplay metrics are up across the board. As an example, let's look at one gameplay. So, we're looking at total damage here. So, a lot more damage output has been occurring. That's fine. Queue time. We believe queue times are too short, contributing to a higher chance that you're matching outside of your MMR. The graph shows the average wait time by player skill, lower skill on the left of the axis, higher on the right. So matchmaking is failing at an extreme end of very high skill. These players are getting into matches too quickly, creating unfair matches with too wide of an MMR range. Their focus on this is the elusive root of this bug has been identified, and we're actively working on a fix for more consistent high-end match experiences. The rest of the population is very stable. So high ranks are getting fast queue times because they're getting matched with people below. So you reach a threshold. So even though it's consistent, the width above a couple of tiers, we are confident that we can tighten these matches in divisions instead of tiers with a reasonable queue time. Okay, so like if you're in like diamond, you're queuing. This is like fine. This is all rookie to plat right here. And then diamond and above will match with all of these. All right. So overall, I'm excited about these changes. I'm excited that they're actually paying attention to it. And I'm honestly glad that they waited this long to address these issues because they had to get the important data put together. And it takes a while to collect data for these types of things. So hopefully there's some hope for Apex Legends because ranked is the most popular mode in this game. And honestly, it's pivotal. It's incredibly important that they fix this, so that overall players can improve and not just get dumpstered by players that are significantly better than them, and that ranked stays alive. So I'm happy about these changes. We'll see you in the next one.